everybody. It's our Valentine issue.
Happy Valentine.
Oh, it is such a special day because men, you gotta make it work. Otherwise, boy, you're in trouble for the rest of the year. It is so important that Valentine be special. And there's a lot of special ladies that really fit in this Valentine.
You know, special men and ladies, I will say we should have Valentine's every day, but it's nice that we have a Valentine celebration to remind us that we have those special people in our lives that we need to make sure they know we love them.
Absolutely. And what is better than food and wine to show the love that you have? So
and it's simple, and it doesn't have to be elaborate, doesn't have to be extravagant.
it does help. Go ahead. Go ahead. I've played simple before and it doesn't work too well.
Just a
Go ahead.
little wine and food, yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the food first. What a dish.
Yes, well, this is from our Vintage House restaurant, and the
Ooh.
chef created this for our winter squash harvest at the Culinary View. And it's a delicious soup, cream-based with pureed roasted squash and cream and a lot of the herbs and spices that come actually from the Vineyard District, and a lot of fennel. Fennel is one of our favorite vegetables, herbs. We use it the bulb as well as the leaf to make our cuisine here.
Now, those Italians out there, it's called fernocchio. Fernocchio. I grew up on fernocchio. If I was sick, my grandmother gave me fernocchio, and I loved it. Then I found out it was fennel. It was unbelievable. It grows really well, especially in the cool months of the Vintage District.
And so we've created this creamy soup that's perfect for cold weather. It's nice and warm. You have some crusty bread with it. It's delicious. And we want to serve some wines that this soup will make sing. Remember, our whole thing is about making the wine sing. So you create a wine, you want the food to complement it, to highlight the strengths of that wine.
And men, if you're going to cook, you got to have a candle. Because without a candle, it doesn't make the ambiance. So it's not hard. You just get a nice candelabra. You put a candle and, oh, it's a romantic evening. I'm going to move this off so that we don't burn the both of us.
A candle makes anything romantic.
Oh, it
right?
does. And especially if it's a fragrant candle.
yes.
Oh, I mean, you've really got it made if you did that.
A good fragrance.
A good fragrance, right. Find out what fragrance she likes. You don't get a fragrance that you like. No, it's whatever she likes. Okay. So we're going to talk about the wine.
Okay.
So with this fabulous dish.
We've chosen, well, actually we started with the wines. We chose 3 wines and we tried to make a dish that would complement those 3 wines. The first is our Semillon, which I love.
Oh, it's a gorgeous wine. You know, Semillon is like Trebbiano in the fact that it's the fat, it's the base of all wines. You know, in Bordeaux, you know, the majority of the acreage in Bordeaux is Semillon. And then there's Sauvignon Blanc. Now, Sauvignon Blanc has gotten all the publicity, but the Semillon provides the structure, the base of the wine. It gives it the substance of the wine. It's back to the band analogy that I gave you last week. You know, this is the bass guitar, and the Sauvignon Blanc is the lead guitar. It's amazing. So it went so well with this because the creamy character of the Semillon and the creamy texture of this wine. Thank you. Here's our airplane flying over. We're going to be leaving right after this to join the rest of us, wherever we're going. So here we are. So here's the Semillon. It's lovely.
I have to tell you that Semillon is one of my very favorite food pairing wines because it's very accommodating. It goes with just about anything. The flavor components of it are very delicate, but they are strong. So in this case, yes, the creaminess goes really well together, but also this the soup actually highlights a little bit of the fruit that's in the Simeon, which is nice to taste. It's a great wine.
Now, the second wine that we recommend is the GSM, because when we put the wonderful completion of this dish, a little bit of red pepper goes so well with creamy kind of soups. So the GSM has that kind of red pepper. It really does. And so it went really well with the soup. It was great.
And like flavors in wines and food actually neutralize one another, and they don't really enhance. So what they do is they allow the other components of each, the wine and the food, to speak. So you might be surprised as to what the flavor components are that come out and are expressed when you put the two, the food and the wine, together. GSM for me is a very, very accommodating wine. Because I guess it's got 3 different grape varietals in it with different characteristics.
Yes, Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. Now, all 3 of those grapes are wonderful for Texas. The Grenache is the fruity component. The Syrah is the base. It is the dark fruit, the blackberry, the raspberry, and when you then get to the Mourvedre is the earthiness of the wine. So it has, you almost get the feeling that you're really feeling the terroir, really, with the Mourvedre. I think Mourvedre expresses terroir more than anything else. The Syrah it is one of my favorites. It has got such a wonderful dark fruit characteristic. You have to have a lot of Syrah in a good GSM to really pull it off, because you're waiting for this kind of dark color. And this year, when you go to the rodeo and you go to the wine garden, guess what you're gonna get? You're gonna get GSM. So you need to enjoy that GSM down there. It is not one that we produce a lot of. So they have purchased quite a bit of it. So enjoy it down there, because that wine garden is fabulous. And it's a great way of experiencing Texas wine. So enjoy the GSM down there.
When we so appreciate the rodeo for featuring Texas wines and for supporting and actually being the advocate and crusader for Texas wines in an aspect. So we appreciate that, and thank you so much.
Now, take a look at this loaf. I mean, this loaf is like unbelievable. Bring it in here.
So for Valentine's Day, it's always special to be able to produce something that's really kind of romantic at the table, to let your loved one know that you really appreciate them. And Paul is always so sweet.
Could barely lift it. My God, that is a big.
It's a few pounds.
It's a big
meat.
Loaf. Wow. What's in there?
But this is a combination of it's meat, beef, and it's pork, and it's veal, and it's mixed together. It's a torta rustica, which
Torta rustica.
It's a great Italian.
For all those Italians out there, torta rustica. And take a look. She made a heart in the top of the loaf.
So it's a very simple expression of love.
It's special.
It's a very rustic dish.
Yeah.
But it's easy to create.
Yes.
And fun to serve, and it lets that loved one know how much you appreciate and respect them, that you would create something special for them.
And when we had the GSM with this loaf,
it's a great combination.
My brains almost fell out of my head. It was unbelievable. It is a great pairing. And when you can pair great food and great wine, it makes romance. It does make romance. You add a candle, and voila, it is a romantic evening. It is unbelievable. So that's that. But we had another surprise. Another surprise was the Mama Rosa. We tasted the Mama Rosa with the fabulous soup and the meatloaf that, you get a hernia lifted. It is unbelievable. It went with both of them.
It did. And the nice thing about the 3 wines that we've presented is that you've got a dry white, you have a dry red, and then you have this semi-sweet rosé. It's Mama Rosa.
Mama Rosa
So you
Rosé.
got
You know,
something
Mama
to
Rosa.
serve
Yeah,
for
Mama
every
Rosa.
like.
She'd be 100 this year. And she's in heaven right now, calling bingo numbers for Jesus. And I can tell you, Mama, every day, you know, we have a big pine tree that we planted with Mama Rosa, and it is the Mama Rosa pine. And that tree has absolutely flourished. We put her ashes at the tree, and it is just bloomed. And the tree is only grown in Maine. So it is the most confused pine
It's a
tree.
miracle tree
It
here in
is.
Texas.
It is. You know, and so the wine is a tribute to Mama Rosa. And you know, let's face it, guys. You know, you've got your mother and you've got your fabulous bride here. And the two of them are the two most important women in your life, typically. And then comes your kids. You know,
Yes.
you got to enjoy them. Now we have a son, so it's pretty hard to do that. But you know,
We love him.
we do
so
love him. We
much.
do. And he's a great
What a gift.
winemaker too. But look at this loaf. I mean, and when you cut this loaf, it exudes fantastic aromas.
Very savory. So
And what's in there? You got the meat, but what else?
spinach and basil, pesto, and hard-boiled eggs. If you've seen the interior of a torta rustica when you cut it, when you start slicing
You can
it,
see the eggs, right?
you can see the eggs there. The hard-boiled egg slice is centered within the spinach, basil pesto, which is then surrounded by the meat composition, and then this beautiful golden crust, which is a cheddar cheese crust that's on the
Oh,
outside.
Lord. So, men, we have to say salute to all the fabulous women in our lives. God bless all of them, and God bless all of you for enjoying our videos, and enjoy the vineyard lifestyle, and sign up on Merbon and become a follower. So, on behalf of Merrill and I, and all the great crew here at Messina Hoff, God bless you and enjoy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
You bet.